Today we are comparing the best honeycomb design mouse under budget of 2000 rupees. Both are recently launched and that's why there's a lot of hype right now. So here's the Byte Umbra versus the Kreo Chimera V2. Let's talk about all the features and everything and what makes the difference between the price of the two. And do you actually get the value out of the price difference? Hey, my name is Shivam and for latest pricing and discount offers, make sure to check out the links in the description below on both of the mice. First up, let's talk about the unboxing. So here is the retail packaging of both of the mice. Inside we get the mouse itself. There's a paracord USB Type-C to USB Type-A cable which is high quality, and on the Byte we also have the storage for the 2.4 GHz dongle. Then there are a couple of extra things with the Kreo, like we get additional shell for customization. We have a pair of silent switches and a switch puller, and lastly we get some documentations, whereas Kreo also includes some stickers. Now starting with the design and build quality, both have honeycomb design which is great for sweaty hands. It makes the mouse more breathable and you can use it for long durations. Also summers are right around the corner. One additional benefit on the design we have on the Kreo is that it's customizable. We can change this honeycomb shell. We can replace it with the included shell, that is the hard shell. So it's up to you which one you want according to your preferences. On both you will find accent colors of their brand as well. On the Byte you have the orange color, on the backward forward and on the scroll wheel, and on the Kreo you will find the purple color which looks quite good on both of them. The rest, the scroll wheel is also good. Both of them feel quite grippy. But this is where the difference comes. The Byte Umbra is a little bit smaller than the Kreo Chimera V2, so it's perfect for small to medium size hand. But if you happen to have a little bit larger than medium and large size hand, then you will face a little bit issue just like me. So with this mouse there wasn't much support for the palm, so I had to use fingertip or claw grip. But the feeling of this mouse is quite better because it's lightweight as well than the Chimera V2. This is just 53 grams and the Chimera V2 is 78 grams. But again, for medium to large size hand, this was better for me. The support was much better on this one. Now as I mentioned, the Umbra is lightweight and they did a lot of things to achieve that, and you will notice once you pick up the mouse and look at the bottom, they have removed some plastics from here and there to make it lightweight, which doesn't look that good, but it's at the bottom, so I think it's bearable. The other difference you will notice between the two is the RGB lighting. On the Umbra we don't have any RGB lighting, but on the Kreo we have this underglow light that looks great. But overall both of the mouse are quite good in build quality as well. You won't face any build quality issues with either of them. That being said, let's move on to the features. First up is the connectivity. We get triple mode on both of the mice. We can either connect it with the 2.4 GHz dongle, then we have the option of Bluetooth, and lastly the wired option is always there. We can connect the USB Type-C cable for zero latency experience. Now both have 6 programmable buttons and you can map that out from their official softwares, and the software experience is quite good on both of them. However, the software is only available on Windows only and there is no Mac program for any one of them. However, Kreo recently launched something. Now they have web support. You just have to go to this website and you can customize your mouse online through your browser, which is great. It works with both Windows, Mac and even Linux, so that's there, which is quite helpful. Now this was recently launched and I would also appreciate if Byte do something like this. But in the software you have multiple options. You can map each button, set the DPI, set the polling rate, and even adjust the lighting in the Kreo software. Now let's talk about the switches. So both of them have Huano switches. Here we have the 10 million clicks, and on the Kreo we have 13 million clicks. Also there is a pair of silent buttons, so we get long life out of this mouse. And once the switches die, you can easily replace them. You don't need any kind of soldering skills. But let's just go ahead and listen to their sound profile. Now which one you like the most? Let me know in the comments below, and let's move on to the performance and sensor. Now this is where you will find the most difference between the two. On the sensor they both have PixArt sensor, but on the Umbra we have A3104 sensor which provides 4000 dpi. There is 15G acceleration and 1000 Hz of polling rate. And when we come to Kreo, we have PixArt PMW3311 sensor. So the sensor is improved, which provides 12,000 dpi, 1000 Hz of polling rate, 35G acceleration and 3 100 IPS tracking speed. To simplify the specs and use case, so if you are a casual gamer, you play games with your friends and even online, and to some extent you are also a pro player but you don't play in competitions and all, then you can go with the Cosmic Byte Umbra without any issues. But if you are a professional player, you play competitive games, then definitely Chimera V2 is something you should consider. I did try both of them in gaming, for video editing, for graphic designing, and they both work great. So you can pick up either one of them and you won't face any issues. So that's the difference that makes up the most difference in the price. Rest, they both have PTFE feed, so they glide quite smoothly. And now let's move on to the battery life. On the Cosmic Byte, we have 300 mAh of battery that lasts up to 30 hours, which is great. And on the Chimera V2, we have 500 mAh battery that lasts up to 70 hours. So there's quite a difference, and that's with the RGB lights off. And if you turn it on, you might get a little bit less, like about 50 hours of battery backup. So that's another difference. And lastly, we have the prices as well. The Cosmic Byte is quite budget friendly. This is just 1,300 rupees, and the Chimera V2 is 2,000 rupees. As of now, this is discounted price. So make sure to check out the discount link in the description below, and you can also use the Shima150 coupon code for extra discount on the Kreo. But that's the difference, about 700 rupees, and you are paying that for improved design, for RGB lights, and definitely for the sensor. So that's the difference. Now it's up to you to decide if it's worth it for you. For me, I would go with the Kreo, not just because of the sensor or anything, just for the grip and for the size. That's perfect for me, but you can pick your own. Now what are your thoughts about these mice? Let me know in the comments below. Now if you want to couple keyboards as well, then you can check out these two, and I'll see you in these videos. However, that's it for today. Like, share, subscribe, stay safe. Bye bye.